You need a stabiliser.
I think I do.
She needs a stabiliser.
Thank you. That's nice to have now. And look, what way is the helmet on the air?
You'd have loved to use checked one because it was so funny.
Was it? Yeah.
You checked his face. Mic on or what? Yeah, they're pretty indestructible.
Like a rocket horse.
And you don't really like riding the bike. Fantastic.
I feel like
Now.
Mary Poppins.
Okay. Whoa! Hey, how you fellas? How's it? Yeah. Totally. Yeah. Come in here. Right. We don't have a little PT kind of. You jump in the box.
You're the new kid in the box. I think it should be the model, not competition.
Right, folks, here we go. Look right here, Andrea. There you go. Okay, good stuff, folks. Okay, one more. Brilliant. I suppose we can't go no hands, no.
Good morning, everybody, and thanks a million. We're going to kick off proceedings there in about 1 minute when Michael O'Rourke has finished creating his masterpiece over the front page of the paper. I just asked the Mayor, Carlow, Chief Executive, and everyone going to take a seat there in front, and everybody else to relax and get ready for the lunch. Thank you. Action, sir.
We all fall over. Go on.
You get you good now.
That's the one. That's the one. Right? That's the winner. That's the one. He whispered in your ear. No. Disappointed. I never left the office. People came to me. That's what I'm ringing.
No, it can't speak. So, Andrea, Tom, Ash, and you. Okay, gentlemen, I'd say everybody's had a cup of coffee and lovely stuff now at this stage. So, thanks a million for joining us here this morning in this glorious sunshine in Carlow Town. It's a great facility to launch a really exciting initiative here in Carlow Town. So I won't delay, and everybody knows if I get the mic I won't get down, so I'll do something very fast. And the first person I will call to address you this morning is our fantastic Carlow Councillor Andrea Todd. Mayor Tom, Chief Executive Coley, elected reps Councillor Brown, Councillor Casson, Councillor Murnane, anyone else to speak there? Oh, Councillor Patton, Jennifer, ladies and gentlemen, our Mayor will be launching the bike, so I'll just say a few words prior to his launch. As a Carlow-woman, I'm truly delighted to be here today to launch this next step in our, I suppose, progress towards climate action and tackling CO2 emissions and making accessible and affordable transport available in Carlow town. As you all know, I'm a very proud Carlow woman, and when I was growing up, bicycles were our mainstay of transport. We used to cycle to school. I think it was in 6th class. We used to go on the school bus in 6th class. I remember starting to cycle to school from Green Road to Sculmera under the crossbar of my father's racing bike, because I didn't have a bike of my own. In secondary school then we progressed to travelling in convoy, and they started Bullock Park, and we go to Green Road and we pick up people along the way, so we were like ducks. So the bicycle was our mainstay, or our main way of transport, come rain, hail or snow. Be it cycling to school or cycling down the burn for a swim or to the Old Town Park, or even out to Tinner Island to pick strawberries in the summer. But we got around by using bicycles. Unfortunately, the bicycle came a little bit outmoded and people started using the car more than the bike. So I'm delighted to see that we've come full circle. We're back around to the two wheels, back trying to get people out on bikes. We have to acknowledge the work the council has done to make this town more friendly for cyclists and pedestrians. And anyone who's been in the town over the last number of years, you can see that it's a lot safer for pedestrians and a lot safer for cyclists. And great words of thanks to all involved in that, to Barry Knowles, to Kieran in our MD office, to the environment section, to Jeanette and Tig and all their team, and to the active travel team. There's a huge amount of work and coordination in all the departments to improve accessibility, cyclability and pedestrian safety in the town. The e-bikes have nothing but advantages. I've never been on an e-bike, I'm only used to it, so I'm looking forward to trying it. They have so many advantages. They're going to help us in so many ways. First of all, I suppose the physical and psychological advantages of cycling. It'll help you fitter. These are power-assisted bikes. It doesn't mean they do the work. You still have to do the work, but they'll be there to help you get up Quinsworth Hill or to help you carry the load home. They will also help us reduce our air pollution, reduce congestion within the town, and they will link very well with our bus link. It's another good news service, a good news story in the town, and will link very well with the bus. I've no doubt, with our population of over 10,000 students, that these bicycles will be well used. So my plea to you all, whether you're a regular cyclist or like me, a past cyclist who's coming back into fashion, is to get out there and try the bikes. Give them a go, see how they are. I look forward to seeing you all on the bikes at some stage. Thanks to everyone who's helped bring this project to fruition, to everybody involved who worked so well with the council in delivering this project. I'm delighted to welcome the project to our town, and I can't wait to have a go on one. Gord Míle Maith go there.
Thank you for here, look, and I remember on your bike years ago, because we lived the same end of town. I was also getting to school in my green high Nelly, but I wasn't hanging out down the barn. I'd like now to welcome the Town Mayor to address you, and it's Councillor Tom O'Neill.
Thanks, Sinead. So here look of Carlow County Council, Councillor Andrea Dalton, elected members of Carlow Municipal District and Carlow County Council, Deputy Jennifer Murnane O'Connor, our new Chief Executive colleague, members of Chamber of Commerce and Garda Síochána and Superintendent. I am delighted to welcome you all here today as Mayor of Carlow Town to the launch of the e-bike shared mobility pilot scheme in Carlow Town. It was only a few weeks ago that we were in the same place launching our bus service, which has proved to be a huge success, with numbers using the service every day. Reports there are nearly 1,000 people a day, which is a great success for Carlow. We are here again to launch the next in a wide range of measures to improve the way we move about our town. This initiative, e-bike scheme, offers a low-cost and environmental friendly alternative to sitting in long lines of traffic, looking and paying for parking. Using e-bikes will also play a big part in reducing air pollution and noise, and will be a central part of Carlow County Council's aim to reduce the use of private cars in Carlow Town by offering sustainable alternative transport methods. Both have a significant track record in delivering a high quality service in Ireland, and are already established in neighbouring counties in Wexford, Wicklow and Kilkenny. They are also operate in Sligo Town, which has a very similar demographic to Carlow Town. I welcome the representatives of both to Carlow and look forward to a long and fruitful partnership in bringing an alternative and innovative means of transport to our community. Both have worked with council representatives from the Environment Department, our own Carlow MD and Active Travel to ensure that the e-bikes are located throughout the town at over 30 strategic locations, ensuring that our growing population have access to the e-bikes 24 hours a day, 7 days of the week. Congratulations and well done to all on this achievement. Carlow Town remains a superb place to live, to do business in, to study and to visit. And as Mayor of Carlow Town and a proud Carlowian, I am honoured to launch this e-bike project today. Together, we can build a greener, healthier and more vibrant Carlow for generations to come. Thank you and enjoy the ride. Very much.
Thanks a million, Mayor. Now I'd like to call on Aisling Dunn. Aisling's representative from both our partners in delivery of this project. And Aisling is Head of Public Policy for both Ireland. Thanks, Aisling.
Thanks very much, Jeanette, and I won't keep you long. After those two lovely welcoming speeches, there's not much more I can say, but I suppose I just want to start by thanking the Council for the wonderful work we've done together in bringing this project to fruition. I want to thank the Cathaoirleach and the Mayor, the Chief Executive, and all the councillors who are here present. And from the council staff, Jeanette in particular has been tireless in getting this project, in trying to bring more sustainable transport options to the team. I also want to thank Kieran, Barry and Seamus, who we've been engaging with in recent months and who've been working on this project. As has been mentioned, Bolt has been operating shared e-bikes in Ireland since early last summer, but we are a company that's been across Europe for the last 10 years. But we're based in Dublin, and as mentioned, our first bike scheme to launch in Ireland was in Sligo Town, which has a lot of similarities with Carlow. And just to give you some kind of insight into, how we see this potentially taking off in Carlow and the kind of statistics that you can see. In Sligo, a town that has very similar population, we have just under 6,000 regular users, and in its first year of operations, our small fleet of bikes travelled over 150,000 kilometres. So when you think about the change that can make to your town and the reduction in congestion, the reduction in emissions, that's really phenomenal. And just one kind of interesting kind of bit of research that we did with our users in Sligo, we looked at kind of modal shift. So when you think of people on the bikes, what you want is that these are instead of car journeys. It's good that they're being a service and that's being used, but primarily you're trying to get people out of cars. And after only 3 months of operating in Sligo, we ran a survey with our users to find out what type of journey was this replacing. And over 17% of our users would have been driving a private car if the bikes hadn't been available. Now, by any international metric, that is phenomenal. Department of Transport says anything over 7% of a modal shift is a big win. So what we're hoping to see here in Carlow is that more and more of these bikes will be used instead of people using their private car. They'll come to know and trust that the bikes are available. They'll get them from A to B. It's an enjoyable way to travel. I really encourage you all to try one out in the coming weeks. And you know that you're playing your part for your town and your area. And I suppose I'll just finish with this. I really am so pleased to see the turnout here today. These schemes work when you've got really good cooperation and communication in the local community. It's great to see the guards here. Thank you so much for coming. And we really, and I know the Chamber of Commerce is also here, we really look forward to hearing from you. And I know the Council will too, in terms of, is there a need for additional parking? Kieran might kill me for that. Is there a need for additional parking? Are there any issues? Do we need to engage more with new students to make sure they know how to use them? And those are the kind of things that in a one-year pilot you can learn so much and you can modify, and we really look forward to hearing from you all to make sure this is a very successful scheme. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Aisling. And I think when I speak on behalf of my other colleagues in Environment and Active Travel Safe. It's an absolute pleasure to do the whole from start to finish. And just when you talk about, the cohesion and the cooperation, I think that's something we do really, really well in Carlow. And I just, of course, have to give a plug for the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and we have the UN Sustainable Development Goal Week coming up. And when you look at Goal 17, I think that's something that we do really, really strong in Carlow, and it is partnerships. So whether it's Chamber of Commerce or Guards or Centu or Carlow County Development Partnership, all of us, and even as communities, I think we've come really well as a group together to progress our town and our county. So look, we left best our newbie to last. I'm absolutely delighted. I think it's your first official public appearance, yeah. So I'm delighted to introduce you now to our new Chief Executive, and Colleen is going to say a few words. Colleen, all right,
Thanks, Jeanette. I suppose this is one of those positions where you're a new Chief Executive, you get to come along and be involved in the launch of something you had absolutely nothing to do with. But hey, that's how it goes. Also conscious I'm the only person keeping you from a cup of tea, so I won't be long, I promise. Cahirlock, Councillor Andrea Dalton, Mayor Councillor Tom O'Neill, all other councillors present, Deputy Jennifer Monahan O'Connor, and all distinguished guests. It gives me great pleasure to be here today at the launch of the new shared bike scheme for Carlow Town, in partnership with Bolt. The introduction of the pilot shared mobility scheme will enhance the works already carried out in Carlow Town to improve mobility and offer more sustainable and low-cost travel options, which will reduce our carbon footprint. The 50 e-bikes will be available starting next week at over 30 strategic locations throughout the town, such as Carlow Train Station and Carlow Bus Park. But due to the invaluable cooperation of many of our stakeholders, they will also be available for our private sites, such as South East Technical University and the Fairgreen Shopping Centre. I would like to recognise the support of all those stakeholders and all the stakeholders and partners that are here today, as it is only through working together that we can achieve great things for Carlow. They are always available and willing to support Carlow County Council, and from the few minutes I've had meeting a few of you this morning, I really am looking forward to engaging further in developing partnerships for projects going on into the coming years. This scheme will serve our growing population of over 27,000 citizens, as well as 10,000 third level students that will call Carlow Town home over the coming weeks. The pilot project complements the many schemes and ongoing works to improve mobility in our town, such as our upgraded town centre bus park, improved cycle paths and strategic permeability projects, and the Carlow Town bus service. And Aisling, if this is successful as the bus service, we're going to need more bikes fairly soon, so be ready for that. Climate change is one of the biggest challenges facing Carlow, Ireland and the world. Carlow Town was selected as Carlow County's decarbonised zone and will serve as a test bed, facilitating collaboration across a wide range of stakeholders to progress innovative ways to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions as a community. We as a council are mandated to reduce our emissions by 51%, but as a council we are committed to leading and supporting the efforts of others in our community to reduce emissions in our town. Finally, I would like to thank our own teams in Carlow County Council who have put a lot of work into this project and other projects, from the Municipal District, Barry Knowles and Kieran Brennan, and from the Environment and Climate Action Team, Ty and Jeanette, of course, and from Active Travel, Seamus Laughlin. And obviously our partners who are here today from both Ashton Dunn and I think John Buckley, I don't know if John is here, played a huge part. John has made it. Finally, just to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing the bikes being used around the town and maybe using them myself in the coming weeks. Thanks everyone.
So, thanks very much to the Chief Executive. Thanks everybody for coming. All I can say now to you is the guys from Bolt are here now and on your bike. Enjoy it. Thank you.
But what we do in general.
John.
Yeah, you can in one.
Oh, I did it. Can you send this to me as well?
I will. I'll have it on. I take it.
Once you on the bike. No, you have to be on the bike.
There's no bar.
Hold on, I'm bringing up the side actually.
Thank you. I need to roll with you.
Really, my love, I love you. You have to look at me. You have to. Do I have a problem? I have a huge problem. You're not told. Okay, guys. But thanks for noticing then.
I know that one here.
Maybe don't send that one out there. We know what it is.
Yeah, I think that wasn't pushed up enough. Yeah, that's what was given.
No, it's not enough.
Let me just unlock this for you. Oh, I'll get it.
want to go one of you behind the bike so you can actually see what you're standing in front of it. Yeah.